We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro.
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We're live for another Ordinal hour, and it's going to be spectacular, guys. We have a great one. We got things flowing. We got Bitcoin hitting 65,000. We are back, baby. October is coming. We need the energy, guys. We need the energy because it is back, if you like it or not. If you're out there, you're short in Bitcoin, I am sorry, but you're going to fail. You're going to fail at life because Bitcoin is about to go into the banana zone. We talked about it yesterday. I'm going to continue talking about this because it is about to get exciting. The summer's over. I am selling in May next year, and I'm going away, coming back in September because that seems to be the play, right? But of course, the year you do it is the year that doesn't happen. It's the year we actually have a Bitcoin summer, right? So, but you know, on the show, we're gonna bring you guys all the news, all the exciting stuff that's happening. We're gonna bring you the runes, right? Runes are finally flowing. My rune bags are looking nice. It's finally looking good again. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into some updates with the with Ord.io. They had some upvote, something like that. Yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of good stuff here. Don't worry. But without further ado, we're bringing my partner here as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Oh man, you pumped? You pumped, bro?
I am pumped, man. I'm very, very pumped. Had some great meetings early this morning. Just talking to builders and some things moving behind the scenes, and Bitcoin was just flowing today, and it seems like it's kind of correcting a little bit, but a lot of fake outs to the downside this morning. Volatility for sure, but we did touch 65K. We'll get into the price action later, but I'm feeling bullish. I said yesterday this positive uptrend will continue because we've been in so much of downtrend for the past 3 months. I'm ready for it, man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And like to your point there, like we talk to a lot of builders in the space. We're advisors on a lot of projects and stuff like that, and it just seems like everyone's feeling the same way. There's a lot of updates coming. Obviously, Tab's putting out their stuff in October. You got updates from so many different places that is coming, and we're just hearing from Pacific builders, hey, we're dropping this, guys. There's so much going on behind the scenes right now, and I think that's really going to be, Bitcoin flowing, projects dropping. We're going to have a really exciting fall and an even more exciting winter, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And hey, last year it kicked off with inscribing Singapore last year, right? And this year it seems like it's the same deal, right? And then you had inscribing Amsterdam 2 weeks kind of apart, and then really things kick off into October. I'm excited, man. You and I both we're hard workers, so we keep the train going in our awesome community. Helped us do that, right? Without you
Yeah.
guys, I don't think we would have made it. So that energy, we're just gonna crank it up a couple notches, and let's get ready because Q4
Yeah.
is here.
And it was hard, right? I mean, coming in here, sometimes we had 120 people, but I mean, you 120, man, you guys were buying the bottoms. I know it. I know it. I got faith that you guys are going to be the ones that succeed. And yeah, so let's get this thing up and on the road here. I'm gonna show my screen for the first topic. We got Rect Capital coming out with this amazing chart looking thing here. It is currently 159 days after halving. By the standards of 2016, Bitcoin should have broken out 5 days ago. By the standards of 2020, Bitcoin should be breaking out in 4 days or so. Bitcoin is in a pretty good position right now, and they got some charts here, basically to say that. But yeah, so what do you think about this tweet from Rect Capital? These guys are, they're VCs. They depend on the markets to do exactly what they think their head's going to do, right?
Yeah, and this kind of gives support to the topic that we've been talking about the past couple days, about Bitcoin kind of getting back to where it was supposed to be, right? We had the Bitcoin ETF really push that up too high too early, but it was good. People had opportunities to make money then, and they did. But Bitcoin really kind of just said, hey, no, I need to get back on track. And it did the past 3 months. And now it's on track. So we're in this, kind of purgatory between, the past two cycles. So it's like any day, right? We can expect this kind of blast off to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everyone's kind of expecting that. But the only thing about a problem with that is everyone's expecting something what normally happens, right? So it's but I don't know. I think but that's the thing too, is like if you're always feeling that way, then it'll never go. It's a whole bunch of mixed emotions, but I do feel the energy, and I think everything has the energy, right? I think we all think that way, and once all the energy is going in one way, there's no stopping it.
Well, I think that's the biggest indicator, is that we noticed it right before I left. The week when I left to Singapore, that Monday, the energy was back. Look, we've been talking about it every month for the past 3-4 months that, hey, next month probably be a little bit better, and it wasn't, and eventually it will, though. So I think that kind of goes against of what you were saying. When everybody thinks one way, then it doesn't happen. Well, eventually it has to happen, right? And if you look at the timeline and you really look at the previous cycles, that was a perfect example from Rect Capital there. They used the template, and that's what we should have been doing, really.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, we're just bullish on the show, right? There's not. I can't change the way I feel all the time, but like I'm macro bullish at the end of the day, right? I'm bullish long term. So anything else in the short term, yeah, I guess it kind of matters if you're trading, but we buy assets low and we sell them high, right? And that's just kind of how it is. So we're always going to be bullish in that sense, no matter if we have to sit for 4 months or we have to sit for a year. I was bullish in 2022, right? I should have been. So it's just how it goes here. But we do got some economic data today. Initial jobless claims actual was 218,000 claims. The estimated was 224, so we were definitely under the estimation. Last month was 219, so we're down from last month in jobless claims, which basically means the people who are leaving their jobs that need unemployment benefits is down from last month, and it's not under the estimated. So what's your take on this? This is good, right? This means basically no recession.
Yeah, I think there's no more psyop games with the employment numbers right now. We just need low reports in terms of the number. Before, we were kind of having these mind games with Powell saying, oh, we want a little bit higher and all this stuff. Well, he has already cut 50 bips, right? So at this point, we just need good economic data, and that's what we got today. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. We got our big cut. Now I'm okay with a 25 basis point in November, 25 basis points in December, and then next year maybe get another point in the first quarter. I think that would be ideal. Slow and steady at this point with the cuts will just we're now, guys, we've entered the rate cut cycle, and go look back at every rate cut cycle. It's always kind of been the same. It's always kind of been upward momentum, unless it's the emergency rate cut. That's different. That's why everyone says, like, oh, look at the charts. They're all emergencies. This was not an emergency. This was, hey, we tightened too much. Now we feel okay to kind of go back a little bit, and I feel like that's perfectly normal in that situation. So
yeah. People don't consider the situations during the rate cuts. I think that's fair, but you just got to take that next deeper level of research and realize that that was emergency cut. That's probably why the market didn't respond well. There was like panic everywhere. This is a little bit different situation. This is more like, let's get things back on track, rate cut. And so I expect the markets to perform well. But we'll see what happens. None of us are genies in a bottle, no matter how much we want to be.
No matter how much we want to be. PayPal allows U.S. businesses to withdraw Bitcoin and crypto from external wallets. So now you can buy, Bitcoin through PayPal and now withdraw it. So this is a big deal because when they first launched this, you were not able to. People were saying, "Oh, do not buy on PayPal." They don't let you withdraw it. But now they're saying the U.S. businesses, you can withdraw the Bitcoin that you're getting for payments now. So you can take payments in Bitcoin and actually withdraw it without selling it on PayPal and then withdrawing the cash. You can actually withdraw the actual Bitcoin. This is big news.
Big news, big news, especially with the business side, right? So I think they're announcing this because they see the demand and need for it, right? When they highlight businesses, businesses probably complain to them, hey, look, we want to be able to do this. That's a huge sign for our industry, Bitcoin specifically. That means businesses, small, medium, large, want to take Bitcoin right now. And I don't blame them, right? Before a big run up. So really, really big for mass adoption. And I just think it's a part of another piece of the puzzle that's getting put together.
100%. BlackRock spot ETF had 184 million in inflows, 94 on Friday. It's every single day. How long until we just take off? It's just, again, it's another sign, another telltale that we're about to explode. You can't take on this much Bitcoin. There's not enough of it, especially at these prices. There's just not enough to go around. It's something's gonna do something soon, right? Something crazy is about to happen. I feel it.
Yeah, but it's lining up to what has happened every other cycle.
Yeah.
It's easy to get blinded in the weeds whenever you're in a space like ours. Look, our space is unique to the rest of crypto. If you're from the EVM side, it just really is in the Bitcoin ecosystem because it's so new, it's innovation. So we have little bull runs, and so it's easy to get kind of blinded by that. But BlackRock is staying on course from they have tons of data, research, and all that stuff, so they know what's coming, and so we do too. Just excited to get there.
Yeah, so far this year 300,000 Bitcoin are taken off the market now, putting in the ETFs, putting in Coinbase's hands to custodian. Pretty big, and a lot of it's coming from Coinbase itself. So that's why we're not really feeling it either. We're feeling it go from one accounting to another accounting. So you're not. It's a lot of the Bitcoin that's being bought is OTC. It's not coming from the markets, but there's going to be a time where Coinbase runs out, and they're going to have to buy from their own markets, right? So and that's when this is really going to start to take off. So it is. It's just being like Coinbase is just a ledger in their office. They're saying at BlackRock. So nothing's actually even moving. In that sense, it's not even moving from wallet to wallet. It's staying in the same wallet. It's just being, written down as BlackRock's ETF Bitcoin. So I think that's the reason why we're not seeing it explode yet. But there's going to be a time where Coinbase doesn't have enough, and they got to actually reach out and start buying from the markets for the ETFs, and that's when things are going to get nuts. Yeah,
no, I agree. So Coinbase is the number one holder of Bitcoin. Have they been number one for a while?
Yeah, custodian wise, yeah, they custodian for a lot. They custodian for Michael Saylor. They custodian for every business that does business usually has Coinbase as a custodian.
Gotcha. Yeah, so they're not in that number one spot by a lot now. BlackRock, that's their self custodian when that number that they have, right? So they're at number 4. So. There's a lot that BlackRock has influence in terms of Bitcoin. So yeah, good for Bitcoin's price action. I don't know about the power in maybe 10, 20 years, but hey, let's think about right now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd be worried about like if it was proof of stake, like Ethereum, if BlackRock had that much, because then they can influence the chain. But with Bitcoin, it's like they don't really have. When you hold a Bitcoin, you don't have power. You don't have say in the chain. So that makes me feel a little better about it. So
Yeah, well, depending on how much his sell down happens, right? You can
well,
obviously have power to
price
move the
wise,
price. Yeah, but
100%.
like I said, we don't have to worry about that for the next 2
Yeah,
years. I don't think, right?
yeah.
So
All right, kind of getting that Bitcoin fear and greed. So it is not showing the exact number because it's probably a lot higher today. But last week was 49. Yesterday was 59. I'm gonna tell you, it's
150,
lower.
150. No,
It's lower than yesterday. I'm actually really surprised at seeing this number, and I don't know why.
well, because 8 p.m. 8
Yeah,
p.m. See, that's the thing, man. It throws you off.
yeah,
So I'll say maybe 46.
pretty close, 50.
Okay.
But look at this: 49, 59, and 50. So last week 49. Yesterday was a 59. Today's a 50. So it is weird. We did have a pullback yesterday. Did we have a pullback yesterday? Yeah,
A
yesterday we
little
went to
bit, yeah.
52 and bounced back to 54, and today we're at close to 55, right?
Yeah. So yesterday, I didn't think the chart on the 1 hour chart was going to complete the head and shoulders, but it did, and it ended
Yeah,
up kind of creating like this like weird cup and handle that was not clean. So it did bounce back up, and then it led into a great morning for Bitcoin, right? So the trajectory is still there, like in terms of up, but like the problem with this fear and greed damn thing is that like it's at 8 p.m. So it's like this
yeah,
little window that like if Bitcoin is downtrending in those couple hours, then you're going to get a bad score, right?
yeah.
Even if like the rest of the night is good and the morning's good, and so you're thrown off, and that's I don't care. I'm never going to get it perfect. So
It doesn't matter. Let's kind of get into the Bitcoin price action because everyone's kind of wondering what's going on. Brought to you guys by the great people at BitPerp. BitPerp is going to be a leading leverage exchange platform on the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's going to run 100x leverage, guys. If you want to take 100x leverage on Mr. Yen, billion-dollar cat, dog, you'll be able to do it on BitPerp, and also they're probably going to add some fractal stuff. They're really going to cater to the Bitcoin L1 assets, and that is huge because we don't really have that. We have stuff like Surf, but Surf doesn't really give you that power of 100x leverage or give you the power to do the most degen stuff in the game, right? So BitPerp's going to allow you to do that. They're going to be fun, exciting, and you will earn BitPerp points, and we all know what points are, right? So look out for the 2-week trading. It did get pushed back a little bit. They're still trying to figure out make sure things are absolutely perfect before they launch this. So probably look at probably the first or second week of October, but earn points by trading. Let's kind of get in that Bitcoin price action.
let's do it. The Bitcoin price action brought to you guys by BitPerp. But before we do that, guys, help us out, please, if you don't mind, on the YouTube side. If you're not subscribed, first of all, subscribe, turn your notifications on so you know when we go live, and smash that like for us. That helps out the algorithm. So let's get to 100 likes, guys. Help us out. On the X side, smash that like as well and share this space. We want to educate as many people, onboard as many people to the Bitcoin ecosystem because Bitcoin is the truth. All right, so let's get into it here. You can see I am on the hour chart because I use it for the short-term price action. Gives us a little insight on what we're thinking for the rest of today, and it is looking pretty nice. Now, you can see that we did wick all the way up here at 65,000. It did pull back some, but that's normal because it was pushing really hard today, guys. The stochastic RSI on the hour chart has been in overbought territory since 5 a.m. and yes, Central or UTC, sorry. No, that's Central Time. So 5 a.m. We've been in overbought, so it's been trending up here. You can see the MACD still looking very strong. There's not really too much this V pattern here with just a strong uptrend in price. I think that we are in this period of, I'm not going to say that we are heading to 70,000 right away, but we are definitely in positive price action sentiment, in my opinion. This is something that we, I think, kind of piggyback off of the energy that came back to the space 2 weeks ago, right? Or 3 weeks ago, that Monday in September. So what do I see for the rest of the day? Guys, look, the blue and orange lines do still have a good amount of separation here. I do expect further uptrend, maybe getting past 65.5 around that time frame or price range. Sorry. So that's what I'm seeing for the rest of today. In terms of the 8-hour chart, which is going to give us more of a weekly time frame forecast here. It does look pretty good. It looks like it's lightening up a little bit on the MACD here, but you still have a good separation between the lines there. In terms of the stochastics, it looks very, very similar to the 1 hour. I mean, we've been up here not for too long. We crossed into overbought on, let's see if I can see this date on this morning here, the 26th. Yeah, so it looks very, very similar to the 1 hour chart, guys, but this is looking very, very bullish in my opinion. So look, I'm sticking with the positive price action for Bitcoin. I'm not going to put any numbers out there to end the month yet. I need to see some more consistency because I do have PTSD from the last 3 months of positive price action and then all of a sudden big dump. And it's never out of the question for me until we've, hit a new all-time high. And if we hit a new all-time high in before the end of this month or the first week of October, we're not going to see those low numbers again until after, probably never, ever again, in my opinion. So that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin's price action, guys.
Yeah, man. And I just want to say real quick, before we get in the roll call, Kai FX says the hurricane is kicking in Florida. I hope you guys are, if you're in Florida, man, I hope you guys are safe. That's rough. Yeah, so
yes, prayers and thoughts, Kai. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, be careful out there, man. Let's kind of get into the roll call. Shout out to First is First means a lot here. We got Tim Baker, AOD Art. Let's go, boys. One of our mods. We appreciate you, Tim. Always checking in with us, man. Appreciate you, my friend. And then number 2 spot, we got Mr. Hanky. PJNZ is here. Glass Hopper's in the building. Lackey Lukey is here. Webdro is here. Shout out to Webdro, man. Every single day. So smash it to pump Ordinal Revolution and Ms. Bags. Let's go.
Let's go.
Zahid is here. We got Yasher says shooting for the stars. Pilko, what's up? Show me the money. Shout out to you, my friend. Reziak, like every single day. Danny Boyce is another 10x in runes. Mealgic internet money. And I'm still playing Fractal, but runes aren't dead. 100. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. So I did see that on my timeline. Did you see that? Mealgic internet money.
What
this
is
thing
that?
went from one sat yesterday to like, I think it was like, it went something crazy, like 23 sats or something crazy overnight. It did pretty wild numbers. I think it was like an I think it was the OSD guys were calling this shit. So it was pretty wild.
Was it on Fractal?
No, it's a rune.
Oh wow, OSD and runes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it might have been the Nukies as well. So the Nukies are big on the rune calls these days. Ordinals tweets and his brother Ordinals chips. Shout out to you guys. Mempool is here. I Walk Alone says GM. It's a great day to be rich. Let's effing go. Smash the like and share till we get to 30K subs. Yes, I love that. Yeah, we didn't stagnant sitting at about 22,000. But hey, I'm happy to be at 22,000.
Yeah. Well, I Walk Alone, man. I appreciate your positivity and energy, man. Keep it coming because it definitely gives me energy as well.
Shout out to you guys, man. And then we have Joko in the building. Choda hit me with we have a research and development Telegram. Hit me with something big. I'm actually gonna get that in a little bit. So
nice.
We'll talk about that. Steamy J is here. BJ is in the building. Shout out to you, my friend, with the fire and the rock star. Jane Watcher is here. Chief Axel. Jesus is here. Shout out to Jesus. No. LFG. Let's effing go. Juan K. I think your first time making roll call.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for being here. And we got a legend himself, Rick G. Rick G was on Friday show, and he kicked ass for us. Shout out to Rick G. Bitmap Gallery, shout out to you, my friend. Always here, man. Really appreciate you. Crypto OG DGen, he said, "What's up, Shizzy and Yagobi? How y'all doing?" Doing great, man, as always. Coach Katz, the GM, and the coffee and the donuts and the dog go to the moon. It's going to the moon for sure. Shout out to Coach Katz.
I'm making a shirt.
Shout out to you. Patty Poo's here. Jerry St. Germain. Shout out to you, my friend. I think it's your first time here. Great show. Most everyone talking about ERC20 tokens on YouTube, but the future is BRC20 tokens. Love it. Great comment there. Kai Effect is here. Diggs is here. Oh crap, we got a Twitch commenter. This is new for us. Twitch, we barely get any stuff on Twitch. So shout out to you, my friend. Kai Effect this year, Ant-Man. Let's see. Big Rod is in the building. Big Rod's in the house. Big Rod, first time making roll call. Appreciate you, my friend. Jason is here. Shout out to Jason. I'm not sure. It might be your first time, but I could be wrong. I do remember your name a little bit.
Yeah, because you just announced that he was just showed. Well, no, never mind. That was somebody else.
First time, yeah. That was Big Rod.
Welcome.
And then Big Honcho, another guy said, "Who's OSD and Nuki?" So OSD is the Ordinal Support Desk. They are basically a 24-hour a day Spaces on Twitter, and the Nukis are another Spaces. So Sam Sage, he's the guy who sings our song. He has a Ordinals project called the Nukis, and he actually runs a space pretty much a couple times a week. So check them out. And then last but not least, we got a Gusano from the East, from Glizzy Chinese community. Shout out to the Chinese community rocking with Glizzy, bro. I love it.
Dude,
but that is the roll call for today.
I want to show something real quick. Kai had made a comment up here. He says, wow, we're right at resistance. Let's see if we can hold. So take a look at this. Now, this data is actually only from, let's see, 1800, so 6 p.m. yesterday. But it's the data, cumulative data, and this is a VRVP. So you can see the yellow is resistance and the blue is support. Oh, my God, this looks beautiful. Look at this. I mean, you're talking about 384 buys to 171 sells at this level. It's all blue everything, man. We get past here. This is the hour chart, by the way. Hour chart. So I'm bullish for the rest of the day, man. I'm very, very bullish. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to show that because that was a good comment that Kai made there.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Kai, man. Billy O coming in at the end. He says, "What do you think about Dragon? It's the only 10K USD. Yeah, it doesn't have enough holders. It's not worth even looking at if you don't have over like 1,000 holders. But yeah, that's the only reason why I really don't like it. But yep. Moving along here. Let's kind of get into some stuff here. So Or.io says the top 3 runes meme coins are surging. Go upvote them on to the top of Or.io homepage. Dog, Pups, and BDC. It seems like $1 Billion Cat, Pups, and Dog are the 3 runes that are, I guess, you could call blue chips, right?
Yeah, and they're all memes. Go figure. But the thing is that they're kind of leading the way, right? Yeah. BDC. Underpriced, in my opinion, has been for the memeability, brandability. I would not be shocked if it took off, and I don't know if it could be number 1 just because Dog has such a lead and it's, Dog has Leonidas, but man, BDC's brandability is just so strong. It's everywhere. The Bitcoin glasses, the Bitcoin eyes, you got, $1 Billion Cat, Billy Cat collection. All these things, but Pups obviously has their community too. So these are the 3 leading kind of the charge, and everything else will catch up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Magic Eden, just do volume. Nothing else matters. If you go to market cap, it's fake. If you go to holders, it's kind of like it's not. You don't get a lot of the top ones in here because look, $1 Billion Cat is only 8,499 holders. Like that's really low.
But the volume
for Pups.
Volume is always top 3. It's never out of the top 3. And
it's wild.
Yeah, it's super bullish to me.
But like the holder counts just, I mean, look, 89,000 for Dog. 8,000. I mean, we're talking 10% of Dog's holders hold Billy Cat.
Yeah, but you have to remember the approach that Dog took was airdrops, right? So you're gonna like naturally have a ton more holders.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. But then you see something like Arsic, who, they have the volume, but like it's half of what Pups has and $1 Billion Cat. So, I mean, it's there, but it's just not there and it has holders. But again, same thing. They did an airdrop. They airdropped the R6 and they airdropped the R6 hold people who held the R6 a lot. So that's the reason why it's kind of artificially, airdropped. Because I have some R6 that got airdropped in one wallet. It's like, it's not even worth selling. Like, it's like, a couple bucks. So I'm considered a holder, but it's very small. But they got Lobo coming in there right as well with the volume. I mean it's right there, and then it's a full moon, and then this is the one Mio Internet Money. Let's look at this chart because this thing went absolutely nuts. 13 sats. I mean, DGen was posting this thing at like 1 sat. Yeah, it was like right here, and then it just went absolutely nuts. So be careful with this one because it did run.
What's the supply on it? 21 million.
Supply,
Okay.
21 million, 408 holders, market cap 189,000. So it's really low market cap. But yeah, the volume was flying yesterday.
I do not love that holder count though.
409.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little scary.
when something pumps and you got anything less than 1,000 holders, there's a high possibility that it's going to dump. But there are anomalies as well. But that's just my perspective on it.
100%. And so we did get a scam alert yesterday. This is a public service announcement, but beware of scam, guys. Dog go to the moon. Someone got bit on that because they bought a shit ton of it, and it was dog go to the moon rune. You gotta make sure, especially with runes, with BRC20s and stuff like that, it's a little easier to kind of figure out which one's a scam and what's not. There is a glizzy though in Fractal that's GY instead of
saw
GI,
that.
right? So, or GLY is a GLI. So you got to be careful what you're buying. Don't buy too quickly. If you do buy something, maybe buy a little bit first and then buy a little bit more. But let's not get scammed, guys, because like we got beat up enough by the markets. Let's not hurt ourselves on the processes of getting back out of this, right? So be very careful. Know what you're buying. Understand that this is the right one. Understand that will be scams and everyone's going to try to steal your money. Everyone is against you when it comes to investing and stuff like that. So just be very careful and make sure you're buying the right thing. Looking at volume would actually probably help you, and market cap. Just make sure you're buying the right stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a huge point in terms of volume. Go back to like if it's one that you're, I would just check it on all of them. Go back 7 days at least, or even you can check the 30-day to see if there's volume there. If it looks weird, then be cautious. So
yeah, 100%. There's a question for you. Which rune is the most prime to 100x? If you had to pick one, I could only give you one. Which rune would you say could do 100x from here?
From where we are right now.
Yeah.
100x from where we are right now. Oh man. What's the timeline? What's the time frame you're going to give me?
I'll give you a year. I'll give you till September next year.
100.
For me, I would say Lobo could be 100x just because it really follows Dog. I mean, when Dog does a 10x, and I think Dog can, I think Lobo can do 100x. I mean, Lobo's at a $57,000. What is it? No, it's at
that's a 1.4 billion. That's a $1.4 billion market cap though.
It's a 57 now.
Lobo? I thought it was at 14.
I could be wrong. A $14 million market cap. Yeah.
I mean, so if you do 14,
I think that's fair.
If you do 14 times 100, you're looking at, I think it's 1.47 billion, 1.4 billion, isn't it?
And well,
100x
times 100. Yeah. I think that's possible. Or that's to say if Dog does goes to like 6, 7. I mean, we're talking the height of the board. We're talking absolute madness, right?
I just can't see Lobo getting to $1 billion, man. I can see them getting.
Now I think about it. Saying 1.4 billion is just like, oh shit, like that's a lot of money.
I mean, I'm looking for the ones that like right now have as close to $1 million market cap as possible, because getting to 100 million is so much easier than getting to $1 billion, right? So uncommon goods is obviously tricky, because of the emissions and stuff. It's not going to end until next 4 years. But again, the demand could definitely take over. We saw that with Dogecoin in 2020. And so, what's 100 times 5.31? So about 500 million. Yeah, I could see that happening with uncommon goods. Especially Casey's. It's Casey's token. It's rune number 0. So I would say uncommon goods has a good shot at that, getting to that amount. If Donald Trump wins the election, YouTube, I'm just saying if. I'm just saying
we just lost our monetization for today. No, I'm just kidding.
if it happens, I mean that rune is at 1.56 million. I could see it getting to like $150 million market cap as a meme, right? So I'm really looking for those ones that are closer to $1 million. So I would say uncommon goods, and a shot in the dark would be like the Trump token. Mr. Yen, man, that one could 100x if we're in crazy bull market times and that guy turns the meme machine back on.
The meme machine. Oh yeah, dude. He's been tweeting here and there, and nothing like he used to, but I think he's just starting to get bullish again. So we'll see. Turn that back on. Turn on meme machine. But yeah, I mean something like RSM. If their product ever comes out, I was a little bit bullish on them before, but now with Fractal, it's kind of like, and then they forced BRC20, so I'm a little down on that one.
What about Agora at 395,000 market cap?
I mean, we're talking what, 300 million?
No, I don't think so.
For 100x?
100x would put it, I think, at 39.5 million.
Oh yeah.
So that should be an easy one.
Yeah, 10x would be 3.9. Yeah. I mean, that could be one. Agora is definitely something to look at if you're 100x shooting, put $1,000 in something and see if it goes to 100 grand.
I do think Agora needs to scale, and it looks like they're looking at Fractal possibly. I know they've had meetings with Merlin. So once Agora scales and has smart contracts integrated into their platform, I think that's when they take off.
Yeah, I agree. Rooney, 15 million. This could do like a 10x. I'm bullish on the guys. They built an amazing tool for Fractal. These guys. So this is probably going to be a multiple chains as well. So yeah, Rooney.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's hard, guys. There's not a lot of runes, first off, right? And then the second off is there's not a lot of like runes with like a lot of good holders. But I mean, the top ones are going to fly. I mean, these three seems to be the four. I mean, you can say the top five right here seem to be very, very, or 6, 7. Well, yeah, top 6 seem to be very potential to make a lot of people a lot of money. But yeah.
So let's say, obviously, the topic of the show today is must have Bitcoin ecosystem assets, and let's start with runes here. Pick 2 that you have to have.
BDC. Okay. And I would say Lobo, because Lobo, like I said, is a derivative of dog, and I don't want to hold dog because I'm not
too high.
Nexus, it's too high. So I would say BDC. I would have a dog, a wolf pup, and a billionaire cat. That's what 2 I would pick. What about you?
BDC for sure. It's at 30 million, so I think there's a ton of upside there.
Yeah.
And let me pull it up. Sorry. Uncommon Goods. I think that those are the 2 to really hold. Uncommon Goods could be a play though that you it might get to 50 million and eventually break out after the bull run or whatever, like closer to the next cycle, right? But regardless, I think it's a solid play because it is. If runes do well, Uncommon Goods does well. It's rune 0. Yeah. Casey created it, so
100% agree. He says here, hot dog guy. He says Pups has pools on Sol too. Got to remember that. Yeah. So Pups is one of the tokens that was bridged over to Solana. So you do have pools over there. So there probably is a lot more holders. He's 100% right. Maybe more holders. Yeah, I agree.
But I wonder how that ends up playing out because we've seen some tokens go over to Solana. We saw the ticker is ELSA. It's nowhere to be really found in the top here.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a success. Bridging over to Solana with the ticker is ELSA wasn't a success. Now, I know Pups has a little bit of history with Solana because Farmer Joe and I think he came from Solana. I could be wrong about that. So maybe the community support is different for Pups there.
Well, I think too is like, so right now people don't really want exposure to these Bitcoin assets right now, but eventually down the line, they're going to want exposure because that's what big investors do, right? They just want to put money somewhere and they just want to get exposure in case that ecosystem pumps. They want to have a little bit of play in that. So you might see that coming within the next couple of months. A lot of people saying, oh, I just want to buy anything that gets me exposure to that ecosystem, but I want to stay home. I want to stay on Solana. I want to stay in my Phantom wallet. I don't want to have to get another wallet. I'll just buy this. And, I get the advantages of being over there. So you might see some of that coming as well.
Well, there is a product that we'll be launching. I'm not going to say the name of it, but it's going to solve a lot of that.
Okay.
To where you can use the wallet from anywhere.
Okay. I got what you're saying.
Yeah. So
I got it.
We'll when the time is right, guys. When the time is right.
Backroom conversations. All right, let's kind of get to the next thing here. Gaze's Cat 20 Pizza mint is now the second biggest Cat 20 protocol token by holders. That really flew. Not many people really know that the Cat 20 Pizza is actually from the Gaze team. So this is pretty big. I don't know what they're going to do with it. This is their kind of like their first token. It was a completely fair mint. Very slow mint because there was a lot of mints. Congratulations to Gaze. They got their token to mint out last 2 days. So this is big.
I hate that they named it pizza. Just
Yeah,
because there's the BRC20 pizza. There's a lot of holders for that.
Yeah.
I just think that they could have did better with picking a ticker. I'm sure they had their reasons, right?
Yeah.
But they're competing with a ticker name with the BRC20 pizza.
Different protocol though. It's not,
Sure.
they're both on Fractal, but everyone knows the Cat 20s are going to be the token standard of Fractal, right? BRC 20s is kind of just a gateway drug to kind of get you to Fractal, and then Cat 20s is what's going to make you stay. BRC 20s is a terrible standard. It needs to be upgraded. It's shit. It's terrible. But Cat 20 seems to be the best standard I've ever seen on Bitcoin by far. And it feels like BRC 20s. It will be. I mean, I can put my Cat 20 on Bitcoin. Technically, I just can't move it when it's here. So technically, it can be put on Bitcoin, but it'll eventually be an ecosystem token, in my opinion. I think it's just a great standard. So
yeah,
but
we'll have to see how it really interacts, right?
Yeah,
I think the really refreshing thing is that each token has an ID string.
Yeah,
and what does that remind you of?
Ethereum.
Exactly. So you just plug that token string into the Explorer, like the one that Rooney made. And you can find the details out, right? So yeah, so it could be the main standard, especially when Opcat gets added to Bitcoin whenever that day happens. We'll see.
100%. So here we go. Cat 20, their Twitter handle was suspended, and they had a tweet here. They said, some haters maliciously reported our account for impersonation, causing it to be suspended. We are not leaving till Cat's full potential is realized. And the best part was Lynn commented. He was like, they just don't know. We're decentralized. So he keeps saying that, decentralized, which makes me think again, the Cat protocol needs a token. And is that token Cat token? I believe so. Right. So that Lynn just keeps saying it. He keeps saying it multiple times. And every time he says it, I'm just like, how do you decentralize something? You give it a token with many users, many holders.
Yeah. So his point was, it doesn't matter that the X account is pulled down because those people aren't in control of the protocol anyways. It's a decentralized protocol, so it doesn't matter, right? Isn't that the point?
That's kind of Lynn's point there. And Lynn, he obviously knows who built this thing because he's building on it, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just building on it because he's just read the docs and says, hey, we can do something here. It doesn't matter anymore because the cat is out of the bag, right? The cat is out, so anyone could build on this. They put the standard out, they put the docs out, but now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a Twitter handle. It doesn't matter if there's a person that comes out and says, hey, I created this. It'd probably be better if no one comes out and says they created this, right? Because then you just don't have a face. You don't need a face, but you have many builders adopting the standard.
Yeah. No. You're absolutely right. We don't want to know who the creator is. So please don't tell us, Lynn or anybody else. Let it be Satoshi Jr.
Yeah. Well, we have ideas, right? Like I have a few guesses. I'm not going to say it out here. Educated guesses, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if that person does come out or not.
Yeah. Hey, look, we got a comment here from Billy O. It says, LOL, you said Dragon not even worth looking at because it's under 1,000 holders, and then immediately go and look at something with 409 holders. So what was the one with 409 holders? It was the Meow.
That was an accident because it pumped so hard. It wasn't if Dragon pumped it, I have no choice to look at it, but it's not pumping. That was not like I didn't even know how many holders. That was not fair. That's not fair because I had no idea. It was on Magic Eden. I looked at it because people were talking about it, right? No one's talking about Dragon, bro. I'm sorry not to pump your.
But it was so weird though, because I remember before Dragon, either before it launched or right around when it launched, people were talking about it, and they were saying
it. That's the problem.
Oh, okay. Was it the first token?
It was the first token, but it got bought at the hell. Like it went to like 800-900 holders, and then immediately fell down to like the 300-400 because the bots just ate everyone's fees.
What a way to ruin the party.
It
for
did.
whoever.
I was huge on Dragon. Before Dragon, I was like, I think Dragon and was another one I was Hustle were gonna be the top tickers. But the tokenomics were shit, first off, and you have to have like 5 million mints to have a lot of holders. Otherwise, it just gets bought at the shit. Right. So and that's kind of why Glizzy is the top token there. It's because it has a crap ton of holders. So
Yeah.
Holder
Man.
count to me, market cap doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Holder count matters. And I'm not going to buy that rune that I just showed. That was just one of the top tokens, and it's just showing you what's on Magic Eden. Like, I'm not pumping anything.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. Well, I mean, how great is it right now just to talk about this? Like, to have these conversations.
I know.
Talk about a month ago, past 3 months, it was like we couldn't have these conversations. We were having like updates, but yeah. So this is exciting, guys. Like we're officially back in effect with the energy. So love it.
100%. Let's take a look at this real quick. This is from Chota. He put it in the research and development, but Stats X, again, these guys, they only really pipe marketplace, they only real tap marketplace, atomicals, ordinals, and now they add a cat. So now you can go over here. It is old school buying, though. It is not, anything that we're expecting in the future, but it is a place. So you don't have to go to DotSwap, where I've been buying my cat 20s, but you can actually come here and you can go down the cat, which is the first token, and then you can buy 5 for $10. I'm not sure what that. I guess that's what $2 each here.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is a little higher than going to Magic. Until people. Well, that's the thing too. Is like people really haven't listed. It's probably a few people that are listing right now because it just came out. But yeah, it's awesome that StatX leading the way again and have you a way to come here and peer-to-peer buy.
Yeah. I want to do the swap, but. So $2 per cat, right? If I go to DotSwap and I try to swap, am I getting it cheaper?
Yeah, a lot cheaper. I can actually show you.
So because sometimes with liquidity pools, you're going to pay more sometimes, right? Because like the floor with the manual swap.
There's a lot of liquidity for cat. There's a lot of
Oh,
liquidity for cat.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like insane. Let me show this.
You gotta love that. And man, DotSwap was really on top of this, right? The whole thing, the whole process from being able to give retail users an opportunity to mint the very first Cat 20 token. That's huge, guys. We got to thank them. I mean, usually it's people with nodes that take it all up. But I think the way that the protocol was created, it kind of made it like not capable for someone with a node just to take it all. So it was really cool the way they did that.
100%, and it's $1.42 right now.
Oh, way cheaper.
Yeah. But like I said, SideX just got listed, right? So it's probably like 1 or 2 people that are listing right now. So you're gonna have to give it at least a week to kind of get caught up, but you'll probably see that go down until that happens though. But yeah, so if you are buying anything on SatsX, I would definitely be very cautious. Check the prices on DotSwap before you buy over there. But if you're someone who doesn't want to deposit, maybe you pay the extra money, so that's a factor as well. If you're afraid of depositing and getting your deposit lost, because I've heard some people say that. I've bought thousands and thousands of tokens on DotSwap in the last 2 weeks, and I haven't had an issue, but who knows, right? I don't know.
Yep. I mean, they're definitely on top of their game right now. So they're trying to be the leading swap, I think, for Fractal. I know there's going to be a lot of competition for that, but they've definitely played their part for sure so far.
Yeah.
Probably the most influential protocol for Fractal right now.
100%, I agree. The next thing here, let me get this ready. There it is. So the fluid passes are now live. So if you guys give you guys a quick rundown. So Fluid dropped this swap in August. You had till August 15th to use the swap. And if you did use the swap, you got airdropped one of these passes. These passes come in 3 different colors. The black one being tier 1, the silver one being tier 2, and the orange one being tier 3. And I'm pretty sure about that. But you got airdropped these. And then Fluid is now letting you stake them for the first time. So you can now take them here and you go over to staking. and you see fluid pass here, and then 24 passes have been staked so far. So you'll just go into stake, and then you'll find yours, and yeah, and you'll be able to stake them. So look at if you're interested in doing that. So what you'll be earning the first month. So you lock these up until December. It says the date. Let me get the correct date for you guys. It's December 24th. So day before Christmas. You'll be able to unlock these if you want to, and then relock them for the FLDT token. So the first time you'll be getting the BTC. He has 0.5, 0.05, which is like $3,000 reward for all the stakers. So if you're one of them, you'll get a portion of that 0.05. And then you'll unlock it day before Christmas, and then you can relock it again, and then you'll earn the FLDT token. If you don't know the FLDT token, it's Fluid's token on Cardano, and they will eventually be a rune. So you'll be able to go one-to-one by a rune. But thinking by the time that unlocks, the rune will be out. You'll be receiving the rune as reward. And this is, again, it's non-custodian. You do not have to trust them with your pass, even though it is their pass. You don't have to trust them with it anyway. It's getting locked in your wallet into using Bitcoin's technology of locking to block certain block height.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. Shout out to Fluid, man. Constantly grinding. They're making their path, right? They're saying, you know, you got a lot of you guys probably don't know us, but you do know us now because we're innovators and we created staking on layer 1, right?
Yeah.
You know, look at the Billy Cat count. How many Billy Cats are staked?
305.
305 Billy Cats, guys. I mean, and that just opened up like a week and a half ago. And look at the Billy Cat's price now. You see it jumped up to 0.0014, and it was stuck at 0.0005 or 6, 7 around that range, and it increased. Also, I mean, whenever the $1 billion cat Runes token does well, Billy Cat also jumps on it. So right now, Billy Cat's just is benefiting from all this like positive energy.
Yeah.
So,
what are they up to, the Billy Cats?
I think they pulled a little bit back. 0.0013 was the last time I saw.
2.8.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What is
well,
it?
It's dropping a little bit. 0.0128.
Okay, it's not too bad. That's still not too bad though.
No.
By the way, since we are here in the ordinal section, let's talk about some must-haves for the collections, if you don't mind.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
So just click on the collections there. So, so I say let's both pick 2. So we already picked the runes that we know that we must have, right? I hold those. I'll just be transparent. And then for the ordinal collections, guys, look, ordinals has had a dip. Some of it, a lot of people are blaming, you know, runes for that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They're going to make their comeback. Ordinals are the talk of the town in terms of the entire crypto space for the NFT digital artifacts is what we call them. So I'm going to pick 2 that I think are must-haves. You know, if you have the capital liquidity for it, right? First one's the one that I think is going to be on average the best performer. I'm going to go with Node Monks. I'm going to get one, you know, in my mind if I was in this position, right? So Node Monks is for sure one. One that has more of an upside, I gotta stick with it. It's the Bitcoin Frogs. Just because you're looking at the 0.046, I believe that it's going to have its magic back. Now, I could be wrong. I was wrong earlier in terms of thinking it would get back to 0.2 or 0.3 with the last run up. But guys, it got to 0.5 in November of 2023, right? So I think it gets back to close to that price, if not higher, once we're in peak. So because of the upside there, I think you got to go with Bitcoin Frog, and because I think that, you know, the Node Monks is going to be the best, like just the asset that everybody looks to. It's gonna be the most popular in my opinion. That's my other one. What about you?
Yeah, I'm a little more detailed. Like these are nice, the puppets, you know. But what's the best they can do? Maybe a 5x, right? I think everyone will be very happy with a 5x. No Monkey, same thing. I think everyone's really happy with a 5x there. It could get to a Bitcoin potentially, but still, what is that? A little bit more than a 5x. I'm more degen. I'm not happy with a 5x. For me, the 2 projects that I'd want to hold, because I think they could do really well, is the Ordinals. And I say that just because those guys are doing a 24-hour spaces every single day. Like, people are gonna find them eventually and go in and hear them, you know, pump honk and pump pump the honks and pump goosenals. So I'm gonna say the goosenals. I think that has a 10, 20, 30, 40x in it. And I think that one is my opinion, guys. This is very degen. This is like degen of the degen. That's kind of how I roll though, because I don't want to make 10 grand. I want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I would say goosenals, and I would say billy cats, just because of the fact that you said it earlier. But as $1 billion cat goes up, billy cat seems to be a derivative of that, right? So if that goes up, 10, 20%, billy cats go up, I think went up 50% this week, 100% this week. It was sitting at 0.005, and now it's sitting at 0.015, right? So that's like, it's a good 3x already from the bottom. So I'm very bullish on that as well. So I would say billy cats and goosenals if I would pick two. And I own billy cats, and I own like 1 or 2 goosenals. So I'm not even in it. I'm actually looking for a dip here because the energy seems to be back. But yeah, I'll probably be picking up more of both of them, honestly.
Okay, so one more thing. 2 wild cards that could perform well in this next ordinal run up.
I would say bitmap, because I'm not as bullish on bitmap as a lot of other people.
Is it a wild card?
For me, it is.
Okay.
I don't believe in it as much as I used to, on the fact that the Black Runner kind of pivoted a little bit, and they were big into where bringing bitmaps where it was. So that pivot kind of makes it, to me, wild card. And
no, all the hate mails coming in. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying. And the community's a little rough. The bitmap community, they hold the space and stuff like that. I love them, right? But they FUD everything, right? And that doesn't look good. It's like, oh wow, there's FUD coming in for Fractal. I guess who it is? It's the bitmappers. There's FUD in for this. I guess who it is? It's the bitmappers. So it's kind of like that community is they're looked at now as FUDders, and I hate that. That's what I'm hearing. But that's kind of what it is, right? So, and I think those two things make it a wild card.
Yeah,
but okay, I think it could still do well. But you need people to build for it, right? Foxy's doing a great job. Jeff's doing a good job. So, I mean, you could say that it could do well.
Yeah, I think that's fair for your wild card for sure. I think on average, people would probably not consider one, but for you, because you kind of lost some faith in it,
big time. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, So for me, the 2 wild cards. The first one is ALU, and you can see it actually pumped pretty hard today. It's up 44.1%. So the reason why I was, you and I were talking about this, I would say 6 months ago, they were a contender for the new collections that would do well. I still think that, because the founder is definitely a cypherpunk and MetaPanda. He runs in circles that I think can really get it going. But we'll see. Still yet to be seen. So ALU is one of my wild cards. Now I want to go with billy cats, but you already said that. I do believe in billy cats. I have a decent amount of billy cats, but my other one is one that I think is being slept on even within its own niche community. It's a DMT, and it's the Royals. I feel like the Royals is slept on. It's at 0.0028. The art is really cool. It is that DMT straight line art, but the vibes with it is really dope. And I think that it overperforms. I think it performs well once we hit stride. So those are my 2 wild cards.
Yeah, I like that. I think there's going to be a DMT project that really takes the entire ecosystem up with it. Is that Natcats? I don't know. Is it the Royals, or is it something come later? Is it Natamons, or is it something like that that comes later? So I don't know. There's going to be a DMT project though that does explode, and I don't know if it's here yet. But if it is, it could be the Royals. It could be Natcats, right? So I'm Natcats with the first. First is first over here. But at the end, it really depends on the market and how people don't usually want. Like, I don't want like something that's already kind of ran once. I want something brand new that hasn't ran yet. That's just my investing philosophy. I want big gains, and 10x's don't really get me to my goal.
Yeah. I think for Natcats, for me, I feel like that's a given. They're going to do well. They were the first, and so I don't really look at them as a wild card, because I think they're going to perform well. I think they get to 0.2, 0.25 eventually, around there.
Yeah, I mean, again, 10x, right? So that's I agree. I think everything in 10x, everything, and anything and everything, because where we're at in the cycle, we're pre-pump stage, then we're going to get post pump stage. That's when everything will take off, and I think 10x's are easy. So 100%. It really depends on where you're going to be. But I don't know what Enrique is saying here. He said I read on Binance that that seems to be a scam. I don't know what that's about. But we have Patty Poo says I ended up in DotSwap Discord and the mod tried to get me to go to a third-party website and put my seed phrase.
What?
I called him out as a scammer, and 15 minutes later my FB was showing. Yeah, don't go to Discords. If you go to Discords, just go to the alpha groups. Like, don't, because you don't even know who you're talking to in a Discord. You know, if the people aren't like paying attention, then someone else can come in and accidentally be a mod or something. So if you're gonna reach out to DotSwap, just DM them. I've had, or DM me and I'll DM them for you because I've had really good encounters with them just through DMs. So use Twitter to talk to people. Discord just seems so corrupted.
Yeah, that's a bit peculiar situation, Patapoo. Obviously, you're a vet, a seasoned vet, so you knew right away, what to do in that situation. But interesting. Like, I think we maybe have a conversation with Lynn and his team and see what's going on with that, just to let them clean up their Discord, maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. 100%. He also says careful opening tickets in DotSwap Discord. They can't be trusted. So. It's tough because I've only had good encounters with them, but again, I don't go to Discord, so I don't like Discord. That's why you guys see what Ordinal Revolution has a Discord, but like I'm barely ever in there, just because of the fact that it's just Discord's just icky to me. I do like debauchery though. I'm in there all the time because it's just an alpha group, right? And there's no one trying to like get you to click links. And shit.
Well, I mean, we have a good community in our Discord that looks out for people, though. So
yes,
if you're in our Discord, go to our Discord, and everybody helps each other out there. So,
but still, watch out for scam. Don't click on any links. I don't care if I send you the link because it might be Shizzy with an L instead of an I. Just be very careful.
Yep.
So. We have, he said, views on Nodino BTC NFT, please. I have no idea what that is. Do you?
Nope, I'm not. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look it up, though, because that's interesting. I haven't heard of it.
I'm not seeing anything. Nodino. Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, I don't know what that is.
Enrique says, Shizzy, I also prefer 50x over 10x. I mean, I think everyone does, right? But it just depends. It depends on your risk tolerance, right? My risk tolerance is probably a little stronger than your guys, but I just know what to expect from the cycle. 10x is going to be pretty much everything and anything. It's finding the 100x is going to separate you from being great and to being amazing. So, but hey, safer is better. I 100%. It depends on your risk tolerance. I'm all in, so I'm a little different. So,
yeah.
When weekend market updates again? Yeah, I don't know. Don't we give you enough? We're here 10 hours a week live.
I mean, oh man, I like my Sundays.
Mark says, why not a 200x? I mean, Mark, you're okay. Mark is more degen than me, right? So I'm a little bit more conservative, I guess you would say, Mark. But dude, launch punks could be a 200x, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or stuff launching on launch punks could be 200x, right? So
1000x potentially. So check out launch punks, guys. Check out Mark. Great guys over there. All right. What else got? Okay. I wanted to. I know we're up against it, but I definitely want to just take a quick look over at Unisat real quick. Dude, I hate going to Unisat now because this feels painful to me. Having to go up here and change it to Fractal, it just feels painful. I don't want to do that.
Why?
I don't know. I just hate it. I just want to go right to fractal.unisat. But I type in Unisat all the time and I had to go here. But
yeah,
let's check on the marketplace. Domo Ducks back to 44 FB. This got to 65 FB. I knew it was like
crazy.
It went from 510 all the way to 65. And kind of a pullback here. Very bullish on Domo Ducks. If I had to pick one NFT collection on Fractal, it would be probably Domo Ducks. And then if I had to pick one Ordinal, BRC20 collection, I would say Glizzy would be that for me. What about you?
Cat and Glizzy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was a little bit hesitant with Glizzy because how do I word this without sounding like a hater?
So hold on. So OSD in the past 6 months, whatever OSD kind of shilled, it flew up and then flew back down. So that's kind of how
that's
we
what I
were
was
taking it.
worried. I was worried about that. I was
But
worried
it
about
really
that.
depends on markets, right? So these guys are amazing in a bull market and okay in a bear market, right? So
that's what actually came to my mind was,
yeah,
okay, look, we're in bullish times. And when OSD and China come together,
yeah,
that is whenever you know, okay, this is a solid
yeah,
pick, right? So an example of that was the animal run that we had, the
yeah,
zoo, if you will, honk, rats. Oh, rats was a
yeah,
big one.
yep.
Those,
Cat. There's a
yeah.
bunch of other ones.
So
Cats. What an ass, yeah.
so I think we're getting back to that phase. So that's what made me feel comfortable with Glizzy eventually. It was whenever I saw that China was on board as well. When you got OSD plus China equals success, and that's
Yeah.
what bought me in. So I'm big on Glizzy. I think Glizzy has the opportunity to do what Rats did. Rats got to $800 million market cap, guys. $800 million. I mean, that's nuts for BRC20 that wasn't Ordi or Sats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 100%.
So Glizzy has that opportunity. Now, I think what we're going to see here is how much of a level down from Bitcoin the market caps will be here. Because
Yeah.
if you look at other chains, you saw on Doge, and I know you hate Doge, but Doge had their DRC20s and stuff like that. The most high market cap was what was it?
Doji,
Doggy, whatever the heck it was called. And I think it got to like, did it get to 100 million?
Got to $3.
Around that.
I'm not sure of the exact number.
So it got to like $100 million market cap, I remember.
Yeah.
But that was the best one, right? So Fractal is not Bitcoin. So we're going to see. But sometimes it doesn't matter. Like if you have that liquidity pool environment, you've seen on other chains that you can get to 500 million and $1 billion, right? Even if the chain isn't super popular. Like I think Turbo, whenever it launched on Arbitrum, billion, you know? So that could happen here. But we need that environment of quick price action going up with liquidity pools. And I think we're going to see if Pizza Swap offers that here in the next
Swap dropping on Monday, potentially Sunday night. Look out for that because the last 2 drops Unisat did were Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure what time that is for you, but so I'm going to be watching 8 p.m. on Sunday night potentially. And if it does, when Pizza Swap does go live, we're going to go live here. It's kind of showcase it a little bit. So Pizza Swap, but you have to remember it's very similar to how Dot Swap is, where you will have to deposit into the module system. It is a decentralized module system. So, and then you'll get a receipt on the other side and you'll be able to trade that receipt. And then when you're ready to withdraw, you can withdraw it. So, but again, it's going to be very centralized. I guess it would be centralized, right? You call it centralized?
I mean, if you use the modular swap in the Bitcoin layer 1 that Uniswap came out with, it's going to be just like that, right? So it feels but better, right? Quicker.
Yeah.
You know, earning actually farming, I think, because there's a farming project, right? Pizza Farm or something like that.
Yeah, it's using the modular system as well. Yeah, they seem to have ties with Unisat. So
Unisat's team is behind Pizza Swap, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not Pizza Farm, but I think it's like it's kind of, remember FCFS or something? Somebody who said they were building something. Yeah. I think Pizza Farm is kind of like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, so
yeah. Well, here's the deal. They launched Pizza Swap. It better be good, because it can't be shit. I mean, the last modular swap was just not a good experience.
Yeah.
So I think that Lorenzo knows that like this Pizza Swap has to be a hit. And so we're gonna see hopefully the buys and sells being faster and quicker. People just have to get through that hurdle of sending it over. That's the thing. We're gonna see how big of a hurdle that is.
Well, it's a big difference though on Fractal, right? Because of 30-second blocks, and you know, if you do the transfer and immediately go in there and your deposit's in, does it even feel like a deposit at that point, right? I know on Dot Swap, I gotta wait like 30 blocks for my deposit of FB to kind of get inside. I don't think Pizza Swap's going to be that way. I think it's going to be right away. So if I can deposit and then immediately go into Pizza Swap and it's there, then it's not going to feel like an actual deposit. It's just going to be like one transaction sign. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm in. So and 30-second blocks on the way out as well. I mean, if they can do that to where it doesn't even feel like it's a big deal, then that could be very successful. But you can't do that on Bitcoin because of the 10-minute block. Sometimes blocks give 50 minutes. Like I don't want like 50 minutes for my deposit. You know, I want 5 minutes max, right?
Yeah.
But
so what's the longest block that you've encountered on Fractal?
dude, I had a 55-minute block last Friday. But
on Fractal?
Oh, Fractal? No,
Yeah,
Fractal.
no.
Oh man. I don't even know. So the only problem I have with Fractal is having to wait 30 blocks for stuff. So when you do a transfer inscription, I fucking hate them. You still gotta wait 3 blocks. You still gotta wait 3 blocks for a transfer inscription. Which it does. I mean, on Fractal, 3 blocks is like 2 minutes, but it feels like the longest 2 minutes of my life. Because a lot of times I'll be like, all right, I'm just gonna list this and then go make dinner, or I'll list this and then I'll take the trash out, or I'll do something, right? So then I'm sitting here waiting and I'm like, I should have fucking took the trash out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I just hate that waiting period, you know? So
yeah. I'm gonna get you a shirt for Christmas that says "I love transfer inscriptions."
I hope Tap figures this out, because if Tap puts out their product and it has transfer inscriptions, I'm gonna flip the fuck out. I waited a year for this shit, but I think Benny figured. I think Benny got that figured out, because I hate transfer inscriptions. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's Shizzy. I'm circling the block till he's dizzy. Lime, where is he? He's in Philly. Very bullish, chilling Glizzy. All over Twizzy. Shout out to Francis, dude. Mr. Uncensored himself.
Freestyle right on the spot. We need you to jump on and freestyle, Francis. I bet you got some good flow.
Welcome to I was thinking he needs a hat that says that Yagobi. I hate transfer. They suck. Come on, you pretend you don't hate them. You like transfer inscriptions? It's like saying I like freaking diarrhea.
It's an art. What are you talking about? I love it. I think everybody hates it.
Shizzy is on the top transfer inscription maxi now. What would I ever have thought? Dude. I made one transfer inscription since being on Fractal. One. And that was because I sold a burger. Because I wanted more glizzy. But Shizzy, you
sold a burger for glizzy?
I sold a burger for hot dogs, bro. Yeah, I mean, I sold a lot of burger. I minute a lot of burger, and I sold a lot of burger. So, Shizzy, you don't mind transcription as long as it's banking coin. That is true. Like my glizzy, I'm up. Even from here, I'm up 10x on it, right? So I don't care. But like, I have no intentions to sell it. So for now, anyway. But yeah, man. What else we got? We got questions today.
Yeah, we got some questions here from Enrique Vargas. He says, will pizza swap impact the pizza BRC20? I'm assuming that you're saying.
Yeah.
Price.
No.
Do you think it will affect it?
No, it's just they're just naming it. So it's like it's like saying, well, Domino's and impact it's two different things. Pizza swap has nothing with pizza.
Really?
Like so SATs will be the gas token.
So what's gonna happen with pizza, man?
It was an airdrop. Just be happy you sold it.
What's the price of pizza?
It's $3, I think. It ain't much.
I mean, $3 isn't bad.
No.
But here's the deal. There's people right now listening that bought on secondary that didn't get the airdrop. And I think they're the ones that are the same ones that got on secondary dog, or, and that sucks, right?
Yeah.
I believe if you're patient enough that you could probably 2x. I mean, I'm being serious. You could probably 2 to 5x, right? That means like the bull run is here. If there isn't some utility that's given to it, if there's some utility, maybe more. But pizza was, now looking at it, man, it's a bit of a letdown, right? And, and it is because I'm glad I got rid of mine when I did. I was holding because I was like, pizza is going to be big. I mean, the holder count was still high because it was an airdrop. So let me see. Right now, there's 98,932 people holding pizza. So, I mean, you have to think from a centralized exchange perspective, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, let's just see how much gets locked up in Pizza Swap, right? Because you're gonna see right now you see B Pizza, you see B BTC, you see B Sats, you see be Ordi. So let's just see if you see Bull. If Bull brings pizza over, if they bring pizza over, then you can lock that in liquidity pools. And the more of it locked up in liquidity pools is going to allow more of it to get locked up, earn fees, and it's going to be really tradable, right? A lot of people are going to trade in and out of it. So I think that, you know, once it gets in Pizza Swap, you're going to see a lot of trades. But I just don't. Pizza's not a good meme, and that's the thing people don't understand. Is like Glizzy is funny. Right, Glizzy,
Yeah.
it's fun to say. It's actually funny when people post pictures of them in hot dog suits or shoving hot dogs down their throat. It's funny, right? I'm just saying, it's funny. Like you're even laughing right now as I say it. But
Yeah,
what
because
is
of that
funny
meme
about a
that
pizza?
they made of you.
I know exactly, but what is funny about a pizza?
Well, I mean, okay, so we've talked about this before. We've had this conversation. There's two different types of memes, right? There's the
Yeah.
meme like Ordi that doesn't have utility, but it did well. And then there's the funny meme. And the funny meme really
Well, hold
a lot
on.
of time.
Ordi was the first token, so it that's different. First is first here, so that's why Ordi took off. It's not for any other reason than that, right?
But it's a meme token, right? It just doesn't have you know,
So I think it's a little different though because like Ordi was the first token, or short for ordinals. A lot of people thought it was like the ordinals token made by Casey, right? So that's kind of why it took off, even though it's not. We know where it came from. And then Sats was kind of play off how we already use Sats. So these are words that play off things we already do, and that kind of gives it that factor to it. Like Sats was kind of a play on, you know, Bitcoin Satoshis. So those two I understand, and
well,
Rats is kind of fun.
Stats has actual utility though.
Now it did, like when it popped, yeah. But in the beginning, when you were just minting it, you had no idea.
True.
You know.
Yeah. True.
So,
true. But do you consider those memes?
no, I think they're. I think I would categorize as just tokens, the BRC20 token. I don't think they're memes at all. You're not. No one's making a meme of a Ordi. No one's making a meme of a Sats. Like I've never seen a meme ever. So calling them memes is like, it makes no sense to me. Right, so I don't think they're memes at all. I think they're more of a.
So you think they have like a separate category that?
I think there's a category that, yeah, exactly. That they're put.
They don't do shit, but they're not funny. So it's just like
pretty much. I would, yeah, like just tokens. Like a meme coin is something. If you could go on Twitter and find me a meme in the next 10 minutes of something, that's considered a meme coin. Like Doge in the beginning was a meme because everyone's like, I don't need Bitcoin, I have Doge, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. There was funny stuff and doggy, and it was funny because it was making fun of Bitcoin. That's what the whole point of Doge was. It was to make fun of Bitcoin. It was Bitcoin fork. This pumped harder. You know,
yeah.
that's what the whole 2001 cycle of Doge was, right? And Shiba was just a play on that. But again, these are just dog coins, so that's why they were funny, because they were making fun of Ethereum, making fun of Bitcoin. Right. So
pizza did have meaning behind it, though. They airdropped pizza on Bitcoin Pizza Day, right?
Yeah.
So there isn't an official pizza token for Bitcoin Pizza Day, and I think that's what they were trying to take advantage of. But at the end of the day, let's be real, the hype is gone from that. Like I don't know like what's happening with it. They don't talk about it. But you're saying that, like, can you go to Pizza Swap's website and actually see LPs right now, or?
So on testnet you can. So it's not a website. It's just you're just using Unisat. You're just going through Unisat. It's just a kind of like an app on there. But we get Francis said BTC 65K. Let's go. And then Bebe said, not using FB for gas on Pizza Swap is a ball dropping for sure. Anything on Fractal should be. So it's not technically on Fractal, though. That's one thing you're not understanding. It's through a modular system. So technically it's off chain, and you're doing everything kind of in a back room. So you're depositing into this back room, making your trades, and then withdrawing back to chain. So it's not officially on chain. It's just using this other system that allows you to do things very similar to how a lot of these other chains are building their side chains or L2s. It's kind of off-chain stuff, and then you can come back on chain when you're ready. So I mean, that's why. And then Francis gives a good thing. I believe Sats will be the service fee charge. However, you will need FB to pay the miners to process your transaction. So you'll need the FB to get in, right? Like, do you need Bitcoin in the original?
Yeah. It's it's like your finality transaction was paid in Bitcoin. So everything that was.
So you need both of them then to make a transaction.
So whatever you do within the modular system is Sats, So you can make as many transactions as you want in there,
Yeah.
and every time you pay a fee for sats. Once you come out, you have to pay with FB. Once you go in, you have to pay with FB. So
I'm only paying sats inside.
You're only paying sats inside.
So if I make a trade, it's just sats. It's not BTC. I thought it was big BTC and sats in one transaction.
No, inside everything. But like, here's the thing though, like when you come out, it's like an accounting situation. So like, okay, you get this much Bitcoin because this is what you came in with. This is what you come out with, and it's almost kind of like a side chain in the sense that like does finality on Bitcoin. That final transaction to rebalance what your new balance is or whatever.
I gotcha. Until we get on-chain swaps, very like dot swap had something for rooms that, and Fluid has something for runes as well. But until we get that with CAT tokens or BRC20s, we're just going to have to use pizza swap until that point.
Yeah, and I'm not sure OpCat is going to be able to do all of that computational functionality for everything, but there's other opcodes that will work together, I think, for that, right? So eventually you'll have it on Fractal, especially with the Cat 20, and you have talented devs with this smart contract language that's going to be able to do all that AMM stuff, everything. Bitcoin's a different story because we need OpCat and then probably a couple of different opcodes, and who knows how long that's going to take. And 10-minute blocks. So
Pizza Swap kind of feels like a now thing that can upgrade later. Let's just say Pizza Swap V2 is actually on Fractal chain.
Yeah,
using opcodes and stuff like that. But for now, we're gonna have to use this modular system to kind of do these LPs and stuff like that. So that'd be really cool too. If you know how Xverse uses dot swap to kind of do their swaps through the wallet. If Unisat, you're able to do that through the wallet as well, not having to fully go in.
So centralized. Everything's centralized that's using dot swap, but they don't care. I think we're coming to a point to where like a lot of people are realizing that, look, if we want to trade quick in Bitcoin until there's opcodes and computational functionality that's going to be living on Bitcoin, that we got to take this route. I mean, Xverse obviously decided to go with it. Magic Eden does that within all their chains that you can swap stuff with, right? So it is what it is with that.
It's the same as using Coinbase, though, right? It's the same as using OKX. It's the same as using all these other decentralized
KYC.
DEXs. It's just better because there's no bullshit involved, right? So that's the one thing. Yeah. So, and not even KYC, but the fact that deposit in there and stuff like that. I mean, that shit sucks. With dot swap, you don't have to deposit it. I mean, I guess you are when you're doing an LP. I guess it's the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
But I think the only reason that like Pizza Swap exists and stuff right now is to support BRC20s and runes because they're not flexible like the Cat 20 standard. You know, even runes, it's still clunky. It's you don't have a transfer inscription, but you can't do things like you can with like a smart contract style token.
And we're going to get that with S scripts, or we're going to get that with these Cat 20s. So I think we got to be patient for Cat 20s. And when that does come, it's really going to change everything, in my opinion, especially the way we trade.
100%.
All right. Do we have any other questions? I think we're good for today.
Yes, I think we are. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah,
while you're checking, I just want to show everyone real quick. So mscribe, if you guys haven't checked yet, but you go to mscribe.io and then go to Nats. Come on, mscribe. Generated me a district. If you go to Nats, and then you guys click DMT Bitminer, Foxy's Bitminers are still for sale. So check these out. You can just kind of go to select random, and then you can inscribe one, and that'll give you one of these orange blocks down here. You have a very slim chance of getting a what is it? What's the best one called?
Cosmic.
There's 85 cosmic in the entire collection, but if you do get one, you are going to be making out like a bandit because once you go stake it, you will then be able to earn USDT for the first 2 weeks, and then after that, you'll be earning the Foxy token, the TAP token, and so much more. So if you guys are interested, look at DMT Bitminers, and you'll be able to put that on your bitmap. I don't think any bitmap is complete without a Bitminer, in my opinion. So you go check that out, guys.
Yep, I agree. And then whenever they have their partners finalized, you're going to be able to mine their tokens as well. So I think there's just a lot of upside to that. And I can't wait to the Clan Wars, man. The new version, the beta test. So just stay tuned to that as well. But
100%.
yeah, I think that's it with the questions, guys. If you guys do have a moment, please check out our partners. BitPerp is a perpetual leverage DEX that's going to be launching on in Bitcoin Layer 2 in Q4. I know we've been talking about the paper trading competition. It is coming, guys. They did have to delay a little bit because they need to solidify some things, but it's going to be worth it. I promise you. Shizzy and I are going to be participating. It's going to be a fun competition there. You're going to be able to win BitPerp passes and possible points for something in the future. And then Ordinal Hive is a aggregator ordinals marketplace for Bitcoin Layer 1. You're going to be able to get the cheapest ordinals with using Ordinal Hive for Bitcoin Layer 1 assets. They also did scale to Merlin chain. You can use their website at beta.ordinalhive.io to earn points. All you got to do is list, sell, buy. You can earn points, and that will be utilized in the future for something very big. And then Fluid tokens, we've been talking about them all show huge innovators, devs that came from Cardano, so they know the UTXO model chains. They're here for innovation. They just released their staking platform. There's, I think, 4 different things you can stake now. There's more to come. We see the chats, the behind-the-scene chats, guys. If you're a founder, a project founder, and you want to have your community benefit for being able to stake on Bitcoin Layer 1, they don't have to bridge anywhere. Reach out to their team. Reach out to Raul. We can get you connected. If you need to reach out to us, we'll get you guys connected, set up in a room for that. You can also swap your runes on their runes decks. They split the runes for you. You don't have to worry about that hassle. And then Verothium decks, guys, they are a synthetic Bitcoin Layer 1 asset focused decks on Merlin chain. Their big focus right now is BRC 420s. So you can single stake and earn the Verothium gas token, which is originally a rune. If you can stake your Verothium mines, your Dragon Balls, your blue boxes. There's more to come. They're talking about adding a new BRC 420 every week. And BRC 420s are going to have a major bounce back, guys. So check them out. They are also working on integrating to being the main DEX on bitmap.game as well. And then finally, Foxy. We just talked about him a little bit ago. The Clan Wars is coming up. Make sure you get your bit miners. Clan Wars is going to be very, very fun. It's a COD, Call of Duty type view. They upgraded their game, the first-person shooter. And when beta happens, we're going to do it live so you guys can see. But we appreciate your support as our community and audience and checking out our partners there.
100%. Real quick, the Francis says, I'm proud I was able to cure Shizzy from his runes disease, but my work isn't done yet. Next, I'll surely have to cure Shizzy and Yagobi and John with the motor hooking tap disease. Shout out to Francis, man. Thank you so much for being here. But guys, if you guys get a second, check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles, guys, dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone who's just getting into the space, send them our website. I feel like it really helped them really get started, so check that out. And if you're interested in Bitcoin Vegas, we will both be in Vegas. I'm going to force Francis to come to Vegas as well.
Yes, sir.
We're going to be so check that out. If you're looking for cheap tickets here, do not wait. Every single week they get more expensive, so get them as soon as possible if you're planning on going. And then obviously we have our store. We have some of the best merch in the land. So check this out. We got school bags, hats, jackets, shirts. And if you want something added to the store, let us know. We can add pretty much anything. It's done through a third party. So we don't see your address. We don't see your name. We don't know if you ordered or not. So check that out. It's all done through a third party. We just make a few bucks for the website. And Francis again says they call it tap because the devs move slow. I should have read that first.
Move like water. Like Bruce Lee said, move like water.
We'll see. I want to play with tap. I want to see how it goes, and I'm hoping that I'm not disappointed and there's no transfer inscription because that would be absolutely amazing. So, and guys, that's the show for you guys today. We're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week. And Francis says, if we go to Vegas together, we will not get any work done. You know what I'm saying? Take care, Francis, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, or no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot, everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me.